Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. We are looking at a massive shift in how developers are unlocking rapid AI prototyping today. If you've been working in the AI space, you know the absolute pain of building a model and then having to figure out how to actually show it to people without a massive headache. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a nightmare. Well, as we look at the landscape in 2026, there's a clear standard that has completely taken over, and it's called Gradio.
So think about this. How do you build an AI app without touching a single line of JavaScript? If you work with machine learning, you've almost certainly hit this exact frustrating bottleneck. You have this incredibly powerful, meticulously trained Python model. It works perfectly. But when it comes time to build a user interface so other people can actually use it, everything just grinds to a halt. You're suddenly forced to switch gears, dive into CSS, and wrestle with complex front-end frameworks that, let's be honest, are probably not your core expertise. And that is exactly where Gradio comes in to save the day. It's an open-source Python library designed specifically for building really beautiful, interactive web interfaces for your machine learning models, your APIs, or literally any Python function you can write. As of 2026, it hasn't just become popular, it's the absolute gold standard for taking your models and turning them into shareable AI apps. And the crazy part? You can usually do it in just a few lines of code. Section 1, the ML front-end bottleneck versus the Gradio way. This is what lightning-fast prototyping actually looks like. It's basically a 3-step process. Step 1, pip install Gradio. Step 2, write a handful of native Python lines. Step 3, launch your web app. Boom. Done. Zero JavaScript or CSS experience required. It completely empowers you to go from a raw back-end machine learning idea to a fully functional interactive web app with basically one command. It's all about keeping you in the programming language you already know best. Section 2, scale and core capabilities. Now, you might be thinking this is just for simple stuff, but there are over 40 rich components available right out of the box. 40! You aren't just slapping a basic text input box on a screen here. This is a massive, comprehensive toolkit designed to handle the really diverse, messy realities of modern machine learning inputs and outputs. We're talking instant support for chatbot interfaces, images, audio processing, video, complex data frames, and yes, no joke, even 3D models. This means your AI project could easily take in a voice recording, process it, and output a 3D model or a complex data plot completely seamlessly. It's built perfectly for the multimodal era of AI we're living in right now. And once you've built this amazing multimodal app, sharing it with the world is incredibly straightforward. You can instantly generate one-click public links, so literally anyone can try your model from their browser. Plus, thanks to its super tight integration with the Hugging Face ecosystem, you get permanent hosting on Hugging Face spaces. It makes showcasing your models an absolute breeze. And hey, if you need more control, you can always just deploy it anywhere using Docker or whatever cloud service you prefer. Here's the kicker, though. It is not just for simple toy demos anymore. Gradio is packed to the brim with robust production-ready features. We are talking fully custom theming, user authentication, request queuing so your app doesn't crash under pressure, and detailed analytics. It even has incredibly strong built-in support for those complex LLM and agentic workflows that are completely dominating the industry right now. You can genuinely build heavy internal tools and launch full indie AI apps on this exact foundation. Section 3, what the community says. We don't just have to rely on a feature list, though. One user put it pretty perfectly, saying Gradio was love at first sight. So easy to use. I think that completely captures the sheer relief that data scientists and AI engineers feel when they first get their hands on this. It's the pure joy of finally finding a tool that speaks your language and just gets out of your way. Another developer called it a game changer for rapid UI development. Forget wrestling with JS and CSS. This perfectly validates the whole point we were making earlier. Bypassing traditional front-end development entirely means researchers can focus 100% of their brainpower on their models, instead of trying to perfectly center a button on a web page. And from a pure business perspective, the value is huge. Someone noted they built a full LLM interface in minutes, which unlocks serious iteration speed. Think about it. When you can build a working interface in a few minutes instead of 3 weeks, your ability to iterate skyrockets. That is exactly how you stay ahead in the insanely fast-paced AI sector of 2026. Section 4, pros, cons, and final verdict. All right, let's keep it real and weigh the full picture here. The highlights are undeniable. Extreme speed of development, an incredibly rich open-source library, and completely effortless sharing, all entirely free at its core. But As a reality check, if you are building an extremely complex, completely bespoke enterprise UI that needs to handle massive global traffic, you might actually need to combine this with other frameworks. And if you need highly advanced, pixel-perfect, completely custom styling, well, you're still going to need some of that JavaScript and CSS knowledge. It doesn't magically solve every single enterprise front-end problem on the planet. But even with those specific limitations, the community consensus is off the charts, landing at an incredible 4.9 out of 5 stars. It has absolutely cemented its status as an essential, totally non-negotiable tool in every AI developer's toolkit right now. If you're working with Python-based AI, this is going to fundamentally accelerate how you prototype, demo, and ship your work. And hey, here is a really great practical takeaway from our source material for all of you. If you've already used this library yourself, you should definitely share your own verdict. You can actually earn a Quava reward just by leaving your own review over on Quasa.io. It's a really cool way to contribute to that community consensus we were just talking about. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a pretty provocative question to chew on. As AI models just continue to get more and more complex, will tools like Gradio completely replace traditional front-end development for AI apps? Or is there always going to be a hard boundary where JavaScript just has to take over? It's a fascinating thought about the future of software development itself. I highly encourage you to go explore the tool yourself and find out where you stand on that line.